Ebana, wacheni nikuambie. Imagine someone getting 98% of the votes. I say, that's not an election. That's a clean sweep on steroids. Welcome back to At Global Pulse News, where we don't just bring habari, we bring the vibe. Today we dive into Tanzania, where President Samia Suluhu Hassan just pulled off a victory so massive, it's making calculators sweat. Sit tight, grab kahawa yako, cause mambo ni moto. I say, this story starts long before the ballots. Samia Suluhu Hassan, the soft-spoken yet fearless mama from Zanzibar, took the wheel back in 2021 after Magufuli's sudden death. People said, sasa things will calm down. But bana, politics haichezi. She became Tanzania's first female president, promising openness and development. Fast forward to 2025, she is back on the ballot, this time not as the stand-in, but as the queen herself. Many Tanzanians hoped for fair competition, lakini story imekuwa tofauti kabisa. You'd think after 4 years of steady leadership, the election would be calm. Instead, it's drama deluxe, a full-on blockbuster, straight from Dar streets. But bana, wait kidogo. When you hear what percentage she got, utashanga kabisa. Yo, 98%! Brah, that's higher than most school exam marks. Official numbers from the Electoral Commission claim Samia scooped nearly all votes cast, over 31 million out of about 37 million registered voters. Even your local bongo artist doesn't get that rating. The vibe online mix of Hongera Mama, Samia. And seriously, critics joked that even her rivals probably voted for her. It's the kind of score that makes people whisper, hiki tu kweli. And bana, that whisper turned into a roar as opposition parties started shouting foul play louder than vuvuzelas at Taifa Stadium. But bana, wait kidogo. When you hear what percentage she got, utashanga kabisa. Yo, 98%. Bro, that's higher than most school exam marks. Official numbers from the Electoral Commission claim Samia scooped nearly all votes cast, over 31 million out of about 37 million registered voters. Even your local bongo artist doesn't get that rating. The vibe online, mix of Hongera Mama, Samia. And seriously, critics joked that even her rivals probably voted for her. It's the kind of score that makes people whisper, hiki tu kweli. And bana, that whisper turned into a roar as opposition parties started shouting foul play louder than vuvuzelas at Taifa Stadium. Now, you can't have 98% bila competition, right? So let's see who was even running, or rather, who wasn't. Jamani, hapa ndipo movie inaanza. Big name challengers like Tundu Lissu and Luhaga Mpina, either disqualified, detained, or charged with treason before campaign season even got lit. Watu walibaki kuask, sasa tunachagua nani? Some rallies were banned, posters toned down faster than TikTok trends. The few opposition figures allowed to speak did so under heavy watch, kama movie ya spy. That's why many voters say the race felt like running alone and still sweating. CCM's power machine rolled strong, clearing the field before kickoff. Hapo hakuna mashindano bana, ni one-man marathon, or should I say, one-woman show. And you know Dar streets, when people feel sidelined, wanatoka inje. Let's talk protests. Dar es Salaam, Arusha, Mwanza, the streets got heated like mchicha on charcoal stove. Youths marched shouting, haki, haki, while police fired tear gas. Internet blackouts made Twitter feel like ghost town. Reports came in of curfews and chaos. The government said only a few were hurt, lakini opposition claimed hundreds lost lives. Whether it's 10 or 700, any loss is too many bana. Videos leaked showing security beating protesters, while officials said all is under control. That phrase right there, classic. Tanzanians started saying, control gani wakati gas iko hewani? So if streets were burning, who was even voting? Let's break down that mathematics, According to the official story, turnout reached about 87%. Impressive sana, but many polling stations looked emptier than downtown on Eid Day. Social media clips showed silent queues, yet results screamed full house. Some analysts said either invisible voters showed up or numbers got gym training. Pumped. Voters from rural zones claimed boxes arrived already full. Others said their names were missing. The electoral board insisted everything was transparent. Transparent kama nini bana? Plastic bottle maybe. When math and mood don't match, you know kuna kitu ndani ya box. I say, that math glitch brings us to a bigger picture. Democracy yenyewe iko aje? Tanzania's ruling party CCM has held power since independence, like forever bana. Some expected Mama Samia to loosen things. Instead, watchdogs say restrictions increased. Journalists whispering, activists vanishing, newspapers suspended faster than unlicensed border riders. The line between state and party blurred kabisa. Yet government voices insist stability first, freedom later. But jamani, democracy si kama ugali. You can't just add water and hope it firms up later. Many youths feel suffocated. Their votes meaningless each year. That frustration bana is fueling what's next. Generation Z energy, ready to erupt like Mount Kilimanjaro with attitude. Speaking of Gen Z, hawa watoto wa TikTok na memes, let's talk youth power. Now, listen, if you talk Gen Z only dance on TikTok, tafadhali rethink. Hawa vijana are woke, angry, and online 24/7. They only know one ruling party since 1961. Imagine. So when elections smell fishy, hawa vijana hawakai kimya. They flooded streets, posting live videos until networks went dark. One influencer's arrest before polls sparked outrage. That was the match to the fuel bana. These youths shout, tunataka mabadiliko, sio hadithi. They are tired of promises older than their parents. A revolution may not be televised, but it sure will trend on Instagram Live. So, Gen Z's got fire, but how's Mama Samia handling that pressure? Hebu tuone. Mama Samia appears calm, smiling kwa kamera, promising unity and growth. She praises security forces for keeping order, calling protesters unpatriotic. On TV, it sounds diplomatic. On ground, watu wanashangaa. Her government defends each action as protection of peace. Amani kwanza, they say. Still, human rights groups shout, accountability kwanza. Balancing those two is tricky bana. She wants investors from Gulf states and China, yet needs Western confidence too. So, she must act strong locally while looking soft internationally. It's political yoga. Stretch too far, utachanika. And speaking of stretching, what about that 98%? What does it really mean? Let's keep it real bana. When you get 98% without real rivals, that's not a race, that's a rehearsal. Analysts call it managed democracy. Fancy word for everything decided before kickoff. Many compare it to Rwanda's Kagame playbook. Others say it's just Tanzania's version of order over chaos. But the danger? Citizens start believing votes don't matter. Once trust cracks, even 1% of unrest can shake the nation. So, yes, she won, but legitimacy ni kitu ingine bana. You can crown yourself queen, lakini bila waheshimiwa wa people, throne haina base. Basi, after all this, how does the world view Tanzania sasa? The UN and African Union released polite statements, urge calm, respect human rights, diplomatic tone kabisa. Western donors quietly review aid, investors whisper about stability. Meanwhile, neighboring Kenya and Mozambique watch closely. No one wants domino drama. Tanzania's image as peaceful haven now feels dented. But bana, we are Tanzanians, resilient, hopeful, proud. People pray for dialogue and reform. Whether it happens, only time and pressure will tell. For now, the streets are silent, but the internet still hums. Tunataka demokrasia ya kweli. So bana, that's the breakdown. A 98% victory shining bright, but casting long shadows. Is this democracy ama decoration? You tell us. Drop your thoughts below, share this video, and tag a friend who loves real talk bila chenga. Make sure to subscribe to @Global Pulse News for more East African stories told kwa style. Na usisahau our sister channels @Sparkling Kids and @Rayma Mafata for kids fun and learning. Let's grow together kama familia moja. Mimi ni Bill. Until next time, stay sharp, stay real, na usilale kabla ya news.